Okay, so the next skill we're going to practice is using a distance scale. So a distance scale tells you how far apart two things are on a map. And there's a few different ways a distance scale can look like. It can be shaded in like these two, and all it is you're measuring from where the two ends are. So from here to here would represent 50 miles. From here to here would represent 150 miles. You also can have a distance scale that looks like this, and it's the same thing. You're just measuring from this line to this line, and it's saying that it's 200 miles. A distance scale might also be called a distance meter, but they're the same thing. You're still just measuring how far two places are on a map. So there's two different ways that you can use a distance scale, and I'm going to show you how to do both of those ways on your AMI paper. Okay, so the first way you can use your distance scale, which by the way, the distance scale on your paper is this right here. It's shaded in and it's saying from this end to this end is 50 miles. The first way you can do it is by getting a sticky note or just another piece of paper and putting it right on where your distance scale is. Okay, just like that. Then you're going to make like your own little distance scale to use. So you're going to draw a line where the two ends are. Okay. And when you're done, your little piece of paper, sticky note, should have two lines on it like that. So, for example, one of your questions says, use the distance meter on the map to find out how many miles you have to travel to go from the capital of Bear Island to the capital of Nature Island. Okay, well, your map kit over here says the capital is a star. So you find the star on Bear Island, find the star on Nature Island, and you're going to put your distance scale up by those stars. Okay, and you're going to measure from the lowest point. So right here is where I'm going to start it at. And it ends right here. Okay, I haven't made it to Nature Island yet. So I'm going to mark it where that ends, right there. So I get a sticky note and I move it again. Put that line there and this line here. And mark it. And I've made it to the capital on Nature Island. So it took me 2 times, and our distance scale is 50 miles, so you have to do 50 plus 50, which gives you 100 miles. So the capital of Bear Island to Nature Island will be 100 miles. Okay? All right. The second way to use a distance scale is to, instead of starting with the distance scale, you're just going to get your little piece of paper or sticky note, and you're going to make a mark where this star ends and where this star begins for the two capitals. So once again, your sticky note should look like this, have 2 lines on it. Then you're going to bring that paper down and use and measure it by your distance scale. So from here to here is 50, and we haven't made it to our mark yet, so then you have to move it on, and then from here to here is 50, so then we had 50 and 50, and you put those together and that's 100. So we still got 100 miles. So no matter which way you use the distance scale, you should still get the same answer. Whether you use the distance scale and then put it up to the stars like we did the first time, or if you measure from the capitals and put it on your distance scale. Either way will work.